Paradigm Shift.
An educational comedy.
It's not a cause, not a movement.
It's not a social group you can slap a label onto.
It's an idea. It's an intention.
It's an intuition.
A mindset in which reality can be explored.
Through genuine expression,
Discernment.
critical thinking, and imagination.
To look inward upon ourselves.
To better understand the external world around us.
And yes,
Few egos are bound to be bruised.
With our silly, zany, politically incorrect,
George Carlin Gilbert style of going about things.
real and raw honesty.
Which invites you to be
to the fullest.
Hello everybody, I'm just wanting to kind of show off my my setup a little bit and gonna take you through a little tour.
Hello everybody. Yeah, coming in clear. It's a kick-ass setup. It's kind of, you know, the beginnings of many amazing things to come, I'm sure. PSEC is going to a new level. I am looking forward to where this is set up. Anyway, I'm going to hand it over to Dave and let him show you the ground floor setup he has the control over.
Yep, PSEC, which is short for Paradigm Shift and Educational Comedy. As some of you may know, we do Google Hangouts and stuff like that, along with, you know, documentary videos and so on and so forth. With the assistance of JP at Wolf Spirit Radio, we already did a couple of tests of the Skype Google Hangout simulcast, and, you know, we were on Wolf Spirit and Revolution Radio and a few other places, OspreyNet, you know, Osprey Radio with Eli and all that, Eli Sanford, and it was pretty cool. Successful test runs, and long story short, ended up hooking up with Chris Geo of Truth Frequency Radio, and he really kind of liked the idea with what I got going on here, and you know, end result being that we got a time slot now that's going to be starting in a week or two here, and I'll give all the information for that out in public. That's not the focus of this video right now. The focus of this video is my little studio / geek setup here, you might say, because right now we are in what you might call radio studio mode with this. Obviously, you know, you can see we got 4 screens going on here. All these different systems are obviously multi-purpose. It really kind of depends on what I'm doing at the time. So, this is my home office right here. And, you know, I got the cool blue LED lights, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but I got a really kick-ass, you know, custom case down there with the lighting and so on and so forth. So, it's pretty slick. You can see that it's that system right there, and that's the desktop system. And with that, I am logged in to the Google Hangout on this system, and thanks to Chris Geo, and I really appreciate him for this. I got this really badass, awesome microphone here. It's like a $150 mic that was on sale for like $53. I did do a test in Audacity, and it was like freaking clear as a bell. Everybody else says it's clear as a bell, so that's cool. With my little geek setup here, I've got all sorts of compatibility, from old school to new school. This right here, this is my LS120 drive, so it'll do LS120 discs and regular floppy discs. Then at the bottom here, I got my SideQuest Spark 1 gig drive, and I got a bunch of discs and stuff for that. I've got my zip drive here. That one is a Zip 100, but I also have a zip 250 tucked away over here. I got a bunch of other drives kind of hiding behind the screen, so when that laptop lid is closed, there's even more drives there. This is a Geiger counter right here, actually, that I haven't hooked up yet. Jay Larson gave that to me. It requires a serial port. I want to make it more portable, so I actually ordered a serial PCM CIA card to pop in there to make that a bit more portable, because you know, I was able to opt out on the smart meters and stuff, thank God, but you know, even my neighbor next door's got a smart meter, and you know, we could go into her backyard anytime. She doesn't care. We're like really good neighbors and everything, so I want to, you know, people always talk about how the smart meters give off all sorts of radiation and stuff. I want to test that theory for myself. Anyway, then above that, this little slim guy right here, that's my reads and writes, like freaking everything drive. I mean, even DVD RAM, Blu-ray rewritable, everything like that. Slick little drive. Over here on the bottom, on the bottom there, that's USB 3. On the top, that's USB 2. This is my scanner, and this wireless keyboard here goes to that top screen here, and this is the Truth Frequency Radio host configuration screen there. So, you know, if I was actually live on the air at the moment, that's the screen I'd be able to use to, you know, see that calls are coming in and so on and so forth, and dealing with that, and, you know, just setting up the show and putting in all the information, all that stuff. So it's a really pretty slick, modern, you know, innovative 21st century interface that Chris Geo coded himself. So that's pretty slick. On my main desktop system here, I'm running Linux Mint, which is based on Ubuntu Linux. Pretty cool. And, you know, this keyboard and that mouse goes to that. This is also my file server, by the way. I got a 22 terabyte file server there, so pretty slick. Always adding more space when I can, of course. And that keyboard is normally like tucked down under there, and I could, like, you know, pull it out when I need it and stuff. But I just have it sitting out there right now for the moment, because obviously if I'm like in immediate use of it to where I'm continuing to, you know, go back and forth using it, then it's convenient to put it there, and then I could just move it from my lap to there, back and forth. But when I'm not really using it, then, you know, it tucks away down there, and it's all good. This system here is running Ubuntu Netbook, a little bit of an older version of Ubuntu, but it's actually pretty slick the way it's laid out. And I just want to zoom in and take a closer look at the interface. I got the box open for the technical call data, which Chris Geo says it's a really good idea to have that open, because apparently, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but see where it says Code C, Silk version 3? Well, Silk and Opus are the really good quality Code Cs or Code X, whatever you want to call it. That's the good stuff to use for the high quality signal. But there's another one that's like G83A4, some crazy thing. I don't remember what the heck it was. It's a really weird name. That's like the crappy phone quality sort of the signal. So he was explaining that you know, make sure you have all your good quality connections coming into Skype first, and anything that's dealing with phones or whatever, have that coming into Skype last, you know, add that last. And if any of the good quality connections drop, then you're just going to want to drop everything on the entire conference and just reload and put that back through. Because if a good quality connection drops and you just reconnect that, but the last connection you made was like, you know, the crappy Code C quality, then the entire broadcast is going to like completely degrade to dog poo. So, you know, it's just not a good idea. I didn't know that about Skype, so, you know, you learn something new every day. So, obviously there's the Skype interface. You can see I'm on a call with them there. It's muted, obviously. Normally it wouldn't be, you know, muted if we're on the air and whatever. But it's muted to prevent feedback, because we, for the purposes of this video, we wanted to demonstrate the full you know, video, audio, everything cross-linked, you know, the whole thing. And we wanted to do that without, you know, the Pandora's box of, you know, us feeding back into ourselves and, you know, having some nasty oscillation going on, because that would really suck. So we don't want to do that. So here's, you know, my Skype contact list window. You know, here's my sound settings window with all the tabs and stuff. Output volume, input volume, sound effects, hardware, input, output applications, so on. And this system here is running Linux Mint, which is also based on Ubuntu, you know, just like I mentioned before. So this laptop's running that too. And this is the one that is hosting the Google Hangout, whereas of course this one is hosting Skype. And what we have done, the mic goes to the speaker and vice versa. You know, so the mic on this is going to the speaker on this is going to the mic on that. And so we see the two plugins there. So you got the little plug and the big plug, and it's reversed on this side. Big plug, little plug. So this is what allows that connection to function. I really, really hope that this is going to inspire some other, you know, internet radio people and whatever to consider doing a similar setup, because the benefits of that is you can then bring in guests through Google Hangout, and you know, your audience then has the option of video, and you know, then people can see you, see your guests, so on and so forth. So it's actually pretty slick. There's a little figurine back there. That's FenceWitch. You can look up FenceWitch on Google and find out about that. My friend Desiree made that. And of course, that thing right there is for burning incense, because I like burning incense. I like the way that smells. So that's just a preference. And this right here, this picture, that's a picture of me when I was in kindergarten, and I had that there to remind myself to not take everything so damn seriously, you know, to just lighten up and chill out and, you know, not take things too seriously, because if you do that, you end up completely neurotic, and that's just not cool. Okay, so now here I am kind of in the sitting down position on that. So we can, it's interesting because it's like the camera is that way, so when I video into there, you're kind of seeing like the side of my face and stuff, and you can actually see me holding the camera. Now you can see me. You can see the front of the camera now as opposed to the back of it. So there's my office couch behind me there. You got my little bit of lighting up on the wall there, but I also got some electrical and networking wire running stuff, because I got the entire house, you know, wired with voice over IP phone and you know, gigabit networking, you know, RJ45, all that. I'll try to zoom in a bit better. So yeah, you can kind of see that in the background there. So there's some of my network infrastructure for the house. Got the whole house wired, so it's pretty cool. You can see that there. Move over that way. And of course, if Rich starts talking, it should pop up his screen instead of mine.
Yeah, it's quite the system, quite the setup. It's actually a great pleasure to be a part of this whole thing. You know, hello again. You know, talking from the other side.
Is there any way you could show us your setup? Because I know you've got like a 2-monitor like crazy setup going on over there. Is there any way to do that, or would that be like an incredible like bitch for you to? Like, is that camera like detachable and can like show, or what?
No, it's hooked up on a cable and it's balanced on top of my screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a dual screen setup. I mean, you know, I got my 20-inch Asus monitor, and then I got my big 27-inch Asus monitor.
You could always just send me the picture, and I could superimpose that when I render down the video. I could just stick it in this video. So, you know, when we are on air and stuff like that, it's going to be really interesting, and you're going to see me having to pay attention to 4 freaking screens, because up here, I mean, I'll probably have a few other things loaded in tabs and stuff on this system here, like you know, the Truth Frequency Radio, you know, chat room. I'm sure I'm going to be curious to see if there's anybody going to be popping in there, so I'll probably have that open in a tab. So I'll be going through like different tabs and stuff on here, and then I'll have to be paying attention to what's going on the host screen for the, you know, the connection to that, and then I'll have to be paying attention to all the Skype connections and making sure everything is remaining connected, not dropping or anything crazy like that. And then, you know, here's the, you know, the controls for the here. Let me just kind of move that. You can see there's like a whole, you know, control panel thing with the Hangouts and stuff. It's, you know, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna be dealing with 4 screens worth of worth of controls and paying attention to stuff. So it's like I really do feel like I'm in a freaking studio right now, like with, you know, just with all this around me and all the controls and stuff that you know, I'm gonna have to deal with and be paying attention to. It really just kind of gives this the studio look and feel. It's pretty sweet. Of course, when I am on air, I'm going to be having these babies on right here. Headphones, obviously. Obviously, I have them off right now because I don't need them on. But obviously, when I'm on the air, there would be the risk of, you know, feedback and things like that. So I would be definitely wearing my headphones, kind of like Rich is wearing his right now there. So yeah.
Like I said, it's a pleasure to be a part of it, and be a part of this undertaking, this kind of pioneering piece of hardware, and to be doing something that's really creative. And
yeah, I mean, it's really cool to, you know, be allying with Truth Frequency Radio Network, and, you know, the PSEC crew kind of becoming a surrogate part of, you know, the Truth Frequency crew, so to speak. And, you know, it's a really good group of people, and there's not all the drama and the ego games and things like that. And it's just, you know, I feel, you know, really lucky to be able to be a part of that. And as far as I know, no one's done anything quite like this, to where it's like a radio show that is basically a Google Hangout being broadcast as a radio show in order to give like the full multimedia experience, because people are going to be able to hit that up on 90.7 FM in Denver. Going to be able to hit that up through internet radio and other, you know, all the different places that on the internet that it's syndicated through. There's other like AM and FM stations all over the place that it's syndicated through, and plus now, you know, YouTube. We got the, you know, the whole just full multimedia, robust, you know, experience. And as far as I know, this is the first time anybody has done anything quite like this. I mean, if anybody out there knows anybody else doing something like this, and maybe they did it before me and I just don't know about it, you know, they can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, obviously. But as far as I know, this is the first time anybody's, you know, dabbled in something like this, so it's cool. I mean, just, you know, internet radio, full video multimedia on YouTube, you know, AM, FM, and in various places, you know, where those stations are available. So, I mean, it's like the full gamut of options. It's really neat to just have all these different modes of compatibility, you know, to work with, that are just kind of simultaneous. And, you know, people got their choice of, you know, whatever floats their boat. You know, whatever interface is better for people, they can just go ahead and, you know, pick what they like better. It's all good. Yeah, pretty cool, and I look forward to rolling with this and having a lot of fun. See everybody around. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and, you know, have a wonderful day.